Today, we are going to talk about boys. I'm going to share all the secrets every girl really needs to know. These are things I really wish somebody told me when I was like in middle school, high school, and even like when I first started college, because I did not realize half these things until like last year. And I want you to know these sooner than I did, because it will save you so much pain. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Alright, first things first, I'm in no way, shape, or form dissing or hating on guys whatsoever. I just simply want girls to be aware of how the male brain works. So, that being said, the first thing I want you to know is guys mature at a much slower rate than girls do. I mentioned this fact in my previous video over if you should be having sex as a teen. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out because it's pretty good. But in that video, I talked about how guys, it just takes them a while before they start maturing up. Where girls, we start to mature at a very young age. What I mean by that is, not only physically do we mature, but like emotionally, we start having a lot more feelings. We know how to express a lot of our feelings, where guys don't really know how to express emotions, because from a young age they're really told to stuff their feelings down. So they grow up not really knowing how to show emotions other than doing it through anger or happiness. So there's really only two sides of most guys. They're either happy or they are angry and they are ready to fight. Where girls, there's a lot of feelings that we go through. And you might ask yourself, so why is this important to know? Well, have you ever thought about getting into a relationship? If so, then you're gonna want to know that guys are not always the best at showing their feelings and emotions. I remember when I was dating back in middle school and high school, I would get so frustrated at my boyfriend that would not express to me how much he loved me, because I just had all these feelings and I just always wanted to express them. And I'm like, why won't he tell me how he's feeling? And the truth is, the kid just didn't even know how he was feeling, because he was young and wasn't really thinking about much other than food and basketball and video games. Unfortunately, that's just the truth. So if you are 18 and you are dating someone and you are starting to feel very frustrated because you have all these emotions and they don't know what to do with those feelings and you're not getting anything back in return, that's most likely why. It's not that those guys are necessarily bad guys, they really just don't know how to have feelings. The other secret I want you to know about guys is they are very, very insecure. I know they don't want us to know this, but it's the truth. Girls, you can usually tell if a girl is insecure because we will either be super shy or we will hide behind a lot of layers of clothing or makeup, and it's just pretty easy to show that we're not very secure. But guys, they're pretty good at hiding it because, again, they've been told for a long time they're not allowed to really show any kind of feeling, so they'll hide it. And even the guys that you think are so confident in themselves, they're not that confident. Think about the most popular guy at your school. That guy is probably the most insecure guy at your school. I know that's very hard to believe, but it's the truth. That being said, you have to really be gentle when you deal with guys. We think that we can be tough and rough with guys because that's how they are with us. But the truth is, they honestly get their feelings hurt a lot as well. They just won't tell you about it. So if you are being asked out by a guy, one, that takes a lot of guts to ask out a girl. And so the last thing you want to do to that guy is just completely belittle him and be like, ew, no, like, why would I date you? Like, that will do numbers on a guy's ego. So that's one situation. Another situation is guys are really afraid of like really putting themselves out there. So if they ever decide to like volunteer in front of class and they mess up or anything, if you are to laugh at them, it will completely just like, again, destroy their ego. So anytime you are around guys, kind of be careful on how you treat them. You can't just be tough and rough with them. You need to kind of be kind, which seems common sense, but we don't do it very often because we just don't think guys have emotions. When you're interacting with guys, don't comment on their weight. It is such a huge spoken rule that you should never comment on a girl's weight, but we don't really talk a lot about that when it comes to guys because we assume that they don't have like body image issues the way we do, but the truth is they do. They have huge struggles. That's why guys in middle school and high school, they always want to work out because they also have this unrealistic body type that they're trying to achieve just like we are. So don't ever make a comment on a guy's body type. Don't make a comment on their ability to play sports. Honestly, just if you wouldn't want a guy to make a certain comments to you, then you also shouldn't make certain comments to them. They have feelings just like we do, and they are also very, very, very vulnerable just like us. They just are a lot better at masking it. So that's a little secret to know. Guys have huge vulnerable spots and we need to do our best to be kind to them. Okay, this next tip it's gonna be a little weird, but I'm gonna go ahead and share it with you because I really think you need to know, and that is 9 out of 10 times guys are going to notice your physical appearance before they notice your heart, and that is just the truth. And I'm not saying girls don't do the same. It's true, like girls do like, you know, guys that are attractive and whatnot, but we also really want guys to be kind, and we notice small gestures that guys are willing to make. However, guys, they think with their eyes before they think with their brain. So I'm not saying this is right. It's not right because a person is worth a lot more than their physical appearance. But unfortunately, that is the reality. Why am I telling you this? Well, I'm telling you this because before you get into a relationship, I really want you to think to yourself, is this guy pursuing me because he likes who I am or because he likes the way I look? Because if he's pursuing you because he likes the way you look, he might not treat you the best because he doesn't see how precious your heart is. He just sees your body and your physical appearance. I'm not saying like the guy shouldn't be attracted to you, but it is really important that you're getting into relationships that is going to be respectful to you and be with a person that thinks of you as more than just a body. So kind of keep that in mind. Girls, we don't want to believe that, because we really want to believe that these guys just are very sweet and they want to be with us for the right reasons. But the unfortunate truth is when guys are younger, a lot of times they are kind of only looking at one thing, and that is your physical appearance. So kind of keep that in the back of your mind. Okay, this is the very last tip, and it's not necessarily advice on how guys are. It's actually advice for the girls that are listening and watching this video right now, and that is, I really advise you to always date and go for the nicest guys. I'm saying this because I vividly remember in high school and middle school not really giving the good guys a chance because they weren't as popular, or the good guys just weren't as attractive, and the guys that were getting a lot of the girls were the ones that were attractive and athletic, but they weren't necessarily the nicest at all. And I wish that society was a little less shallow than that. And so I'm telling you this because I want you to make the right decisions. I want you to be with a guy that's going to treat you with respect and really, really care for you as a person. Because if you just go for the most popular or for the most attractive guy, you're most likely going to be heartbroken at the end of it, because that person will either find a new person to date, or that person really doesn't care that much about you. And you will also realize the longer you date that there's just so much more to relationships than just physical appearances and physical capabilities. If you are in a relationship just based off of the fact that the guy is hot, you're not gonna have anything in common. Like, it's going to be hard for you to really have a thriving relationship. So don't dismiss the nice guys right away. Another really weird thing I've noticed about us girls is we do kind of gravitate towards the mean guys, the guys that play hard to get, and then we ignore the nice guys and we tell them some stupid answer like, I like you, but you're just too nice. That's really dumb. We really shouldn't do that to guys, because those are the guys in the long run that are gonna make the best boyfriends. Those are the ones that are going to make the best husbands. And we need to start training ourselves to know that we deserve that type of a man. We deserve someone who's going to treat us like the queens that we are. And that starts by giving the nice guys a chance. So those are just a few things I wanted to share with you. I hope knowing those things can save you from some future heartbreaks. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I've done so many other videos in the past, so I will link a whole playlist for you. You can go through and see if you want to check out any of my past videos. Let me know if you have any questions or if you have any other video suggestions for the future. Just comment all of that down below. But that is all I got, and until next time, bye.